Hello, everybody. Welcome back to A Rebel's Compass. I am extremely excited this evening to have a very good friend of mine, Jackie Mansell, join me from Loving Intentions. Now, Jackie and I have been friends for a number of years, and Jackie is stepping into a very, very exciting time that I believe, and I am so excited that she is here. Now, Jackie, I just want to say hello and welcome to Rebel's Compass.
Thank you, Karen. I'm like super excited to be here.
Honestly, I'm so excited for you to be here. This is amazing. And we have some stuff to share with you this evening. Jackie is launching her website, which is Loving Intention, which we will post the link below this video. And tonight I want to share with you what Jackie is doing. So Jackie, you create resin art and you have a whole ritual that you do to create your amazing art. First, I want to go into the ritual that you go through and how you came about the name Loving Intention. And did the name come first or did the ritual come first? And then we're going to go into showing everybody the phenomenal pieces that you create. So how did Loving Intention become born?
Oh, geez. Well, finding the name, I started playing around with resin the end of 2019, and just, I don't know how, just something happened. And I found this thing about Orgonite, and I didn't really look into it, but then it so happens a couple weeks later, a couple friends on Facebook had posted they have a resin workshop. So I went to that, and it's wow, that I was just hooked. Um, Loving Intentions came, I didn't even know I was going to be ever here in this place to begin with. I was just having fun, and then it became very very deep, very spiritual when I started doing it. And yeah, I have my whole routine. I have a devotional track of music that I listen to, and it shuffles through the different songs. I sage myself, um, asking to, be open. And then I burn some incense and start getting my stuff ready to do the resin. And I'm just in such a place. It's crazy. It's not something I ever imagined. And I totally feel enlightened.
Yeah.
And when I'm doing it, I know sometimes as I'm pouring the color or whatnot in, I think, oh, that was too much, right? But immediately catch myself and go, oh no, it wasn't, right? Like little things like that. And I truly put my heart and soul in it. I won't work with the resin if I'm feeling down, if I'm feeling angry, if I'm hungry, anything like that. I'm in a good place, because I know I'm putting my energy into these creations. So yeah.
So
And
you set the
sorry.
no, let's go ahead. So you set the intention to become a clear channel for whatever is created in that moment.
Yes.
Now I have a question. So when you set your intention in your room, so you go into your room, you smudge yourself, you set the music, you create the intention of loving intention when you walk into that space. Now, do you already have an idea of a type of orgonite that you want to make? Because we're going to go show some of them in a moment. Or do you allow the channel to come in and for it to create itself?
Well, both actually. If I am going in to make, for example, my latest one is for my granddaughter. So I went in there knowing what I wanted, the colors I wanted and everything I wanted. So I knew that. Other than that, if I'm not specifically going in with this is who I'm making something for, I don't even know what colors I'm going to put in it. I don't know what anything. It's just like, okay, I get there and that's like, all right, what do we got? That
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Guidance. So can you tell me a little bit about Orgonite? And because I'm sure there's people out there that have heard Orgonite, they've seen small little like paperweights of Orgonite or Orgonite pendants or something like that. So can you tell me about Orgonite and what the energetic energy is about Orgonite?
Orgonite is said to be a amplifier of your chi. I mean,
Right.
I don't know if I can tell you, I mean, exactly. There's so many things I can add to it, but it's very calming. They say it helps with the EMFs, right? It's to neutralize and get rid of
Yeah.
negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that electromagnetic frequency that we're all bombarded with computers and microwaves and cell phones and everything like that. And I know I have a small piece of Orgonite that I actually have on my altar. And anything that I am bringing my attention to, so if I have something that I'm working on and I'm wanting to manifest, I put it underneath my Orgonite, set my intention, and then put my energy into the Orgonite and ask it to amplify. And if it is in alignment with the direction I'm going, for it to help bring me into alignment for that. That's one thing you can use the Orgonite for.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly having them on your desk around your computer to help with all that electromagnetic frequency. Now,
Yeah.
there is something that I have asked you to make for me, which comes to energy work, which is the chakra Orgonite, so that I can actually use the Orgonite on the physical body to amplify the energy from the chakras. So I'm very excited to get those from you.
I'm very excited to make it, actually.
Super excited. So I want to show people just a couple of Orgonite pyramids. Now, these are exquisitely stunning, and feeling the energy of them and knowing the clear channel that you create with loving intention into these pyramids is phenomenal. So I have two here. Now, I know you name them, and on the bottom of this one is the Tree of Hope. Now, this is absolutely stunning. So this one, as I turn it, you can see the copper in the top. You can see all the crystals in it. You can see the metals in it, and everything to be able to create that frequency for the Tree of Hope. Now, that is one of them that I have. And the other one that I have is Stronger. Now, this one may call to a few people. Again, this is just stunning. And the Orgonite message inside this is you are stronger than you think. Now, how many of us need to hear that message? Because we are all stronger than we think. We don't know. And that's a dragon inside of there. So for anybody wanting to know what this is, it is a pink dragon.
I love dragons.
And it's a little heart crystal that the pink dragon is wrapped around. And then you have the peace symbol right here. So that is absolutely stunning. Now, you have some to be able to show us also that you have at your end that you have created.
All right, so this is the one I said I just made for my granddaughter. She wanted something with gold and green, and it's got a flower in it. It says brave, a peace sign, protected, and a heart. So that's for my granddaughter. The that one, yeah. This one here, I did in 2020. And just, you know, the doves of peace, and says hope and unicorn and love. And this one used to be a light up one, actually. I have wires in it, but somebody broke the wires, so it's now just like a regular one. And then I just have this little one. So that is the tree of life. I made that with, I think, aventurine was the stone, I remember.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, just now this is, I'm actually showing you this on purpose. This is my, when I first started putting words in resin, I made a boo-boo and I put the words in backwards. It says imagine. And when it came out, I was so disappointed. I saw it and I went, no. But then all of a sudden I was like, no, everything happens for a reason. So I went and got a mirror and I put it like that. So you could see still the tree of life. You can still see and feel it, but you could see the words written on the back on a mirror. So.
And how perfect is that? Because life is the reflection back to us. So when we look at manifestation, when we look at what we want to create, to be able to have that pyramid with imagine reflected back at us through a mirror, the universe is asking us to reflect back and imagine and see what comes to us. That's actually
wow.
Me.
Right? Yeah, that,
Yeah.
wow. Yes.
And now you just mentioned that you make pyramids that are night lights also. So you have them so that they light up. I've seen those in person and they are just incredible.
I should have brought one.
Next time we'll do it on the next
Okay.
video that we do. The other thing that so first of all, before we go on, I want to let people know how much these are. Now they're 6 inches tall and they're 5 inches wide at the bottom. So they're a decent sized pyramid. These are $155 each, plus shipping. So if you live local to where Jackie lives, or you live close to me in Perth or Carlton Place, this is something that can be arranged for you to pick up. So can you tell people where you are, Jackie, right now?
In Merrickville.
Okay, so yeah, that's something that we could arrange that you can pick them up, but if they're being shipped out to you, then the shipping would be on top of that, and I guess you'd have to take them and weigh them and find out what that cost is. But they come in a beautiful gift box wrapped in bubble wrap and tissue paper, with a business card with a handwritten message on the back saying thank you. We are here to spread peace, love, and joy, made with loving intentions, Jackie. So they're all personalized and it is just stunning. So for $155, that is what they are, and well worth every penny of you getting them as a gift for yourself, to set your intention, to put on your altar, to be able to direct your energy. Because when we look at Orgonite and the amplification of energy that that creates, the minute we set our intention to something, and particularly being a pyramid. So if you know anything about pyramids, also a pyramid is the amplification of energy and the transmission of energy. So the second that you have copper, which is a conductor of that, and the intentions that go into these, you can use these in a way to be able to manifest and create things that you want. Put onto your altar if you have an altar, add your healing intentions to them, and every aspect that you want to be able to use these for, or simply have on your desk to help neutralize electromagnetic feedback from our devices. And they are just phenomenal. Now, the next thing I want to show people are these plaques that you create. So I have two here. I have this one, the piece with the resin green dragon. So this is how they look. And they are just beautiful. Now these you mentioned was $65, right? Plus shipping.
55, actually. 55 is like a number that I absolutely adore.
Okay, well, do you know what? The power of 55, the power of 5 is change. You know, so I'm not surprised that you are picking a number like that. So these are $55. They have the resin dragon. They are stunning, absolutely stunning. So again, if you live anywhere near Perth or Carlton Place or Merrickville, then that's something perhaps that you can pick up. And the other one that I have here, I love this one. So this one again has the elephant in it and the tree of life and says peace. Now you can create these if somebody wanted something with something else on that, you can create, you custom create them.
I can, yeah.
So you just have to get an idea of what they are looking for and then allow that clear channel to come in and create it.
Yes, like for my example, my granddaughter saying she wanted gold in it, she wanted green in it, and she wanted a flower, a pink or purple flower.
Right.
And then knowing what other things, glitter wise, you know, rocks, like whatever, all those little extra things are sort of like, okay, how about that? So, and resin too has a mind of its own, like, you know, especially when you're doing more like with the little tray,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it, right? That when you're if you're mixing colors or if you're doing a galaxy, it's like you think it looks like this, and when it dries, it's like, what? Right? So
Yeah.
that's where you're just like, oh, okay, I guess it's supposed to be that way. So yeah. So yes, that being said, people would just have to tell me sort of, I usually say to people, if I'm going to make one for them, what are your favorite colors? Do you have any crystals that you like, particular ones? What sort of things you like? So the one I made recently for somebody, they love butterflies. So I had, you know, butterflies and whatnot. And of course, always the words, I always put words. I mean, I don't have to. But to me, it's just that added, you know, reminder when you see those words like brave or fearless, you know, or this love. It's sort of just seeing
that energy.
Yeah.
So you speaking about putting butterflies in them. Now I've seen some of them that you've actually sold just recently. And one of them had a bee, a bee that you had found. So how did you preserve that bee so that you could actually put it in resin? Because when you see it in the pyramid, it's on, it looks like a piece of wheat or something like that, or some kind of a leaf, and the bee is on the resin. And that pyramid just calls Gaia to me, because the top of it is blue, and then you've got the energy underneath where you see all the pieces of wood and the stones and the bee, and then the brown at the bottom, which just signals Gaia to me, and earth energy.
Right. That is a good name. Maybe we should change it.
There you go.
Or I can make another one similar.
There you go. There you go. You whatever the pyramid calls to you is what you call it. That's what it called to me. That was that name, Gaia, that came to me. But how did you get the bee? Where did you get the bee from?
I just found him on the ground. Like, he must have been trapped in my house. He must have gotten in somehow, and I just found his little body. And and I put it in. I do buy some stuff for to dry flowers and stuff, because resin doesn't like liquid. Right. So if it's liquidy, if it's still wet when it's put in, it could rot. And then your beautiful Orgonite is going to look a little bit strange over time. Right. So I've heard, I haven't had it happen yet. So, but I buy some, it's silica, I believe. And I just put the bee in it, you know, and let it sit there for about 2 weeks just to make sure. And then, yeah, and same thing. In 2020, actually, one day I was walking down, we live on a dirt road, and I found, sadly, but fortunate, I found actually 5 that looked like the monarch. They're not the monarch, but, you know, and I felt very sad, but honored at the same time. You know, it actually, that day was very cool, because I found the butterflies, so flight. I also found on my walk a yellow feather off of a bird.
Yeah.
right? And then in my home, I have this little planter, which is a hummingbird, and the wing, because they snap in, the wing was on the ground. And that day I was going, okay, what's the message here? So the butterflies also, I would just have to dry, and like I said, anything that I would never intentionally,
No.
grab something and take it just so I could put it in resin.
Yeah. Oh, butterflies for me are of that symbolism of transformation.
Mhm.
Because they come from a chrysalis into the butterfly and grow the wings and take flight. So that signifies to me transition, and the fact that you found, was it 5 you said on the same day?
Mhm.
Change. So there's the double message of change and transition. So that's what that would call to me. But that is very, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And you have another one that a friend of ours has, that has one of those dandelion puffs. I don't know what you call them, but you blow them and all the seeds come off.
All the wishes.
Yes, and it's right in the top, and it's just stunningly preserved the way you've done it. And they really are beautiful, and the way that the intention that you put into them is just wonderful, Jackie. And for me, it's to get this information out to as many people, because knowing the energy and the power behind Orgonite, I think there's many, many people that need this in their life right now. It's also very grounding. And we can get so caught up in how things used to be and how things should be, and one thing and another. But when you've got a piece of Orgonite like this, and you've got the power of the pyramid and the energy behind the Orgonite to be able to set an intention and see what grows. So that is just phenomenal. And I absolutely love it. And the name you have chosen, because I know that dropped in for you, because
Totally.
that's exactly what you're doing. You're putting that loving intention into every single solitary thing that you create.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never did say how I named it that.
Okay.
I got rambling about something.
Oh, no, that's okay. Hey, that's what happens. We get off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was trying to, my husband and I were trying to think of names. Well, first of all, I want to say, if it wasn't for you and Brenda, I wouldn't be selling these. I wouldn't be put these out to the world. I usually make them and give them to people. Right. And then when you two were saying, no, yeah, it's like, no, what? Right. So finding those 5 butterflies, it's when you said that, finding those 5 butterflies, I never in my life ever thought I was creative, ever. I've never really been into making things, and it's sort of just like taking over my life. And I can't stop thinking resin. It's crazy. If I see something anywhere, that would look great in resin,
Yeah.
But I forget what I was saying. Oh, my husband and I were trying to figure out, what could we call this? What could we, this business that says what I feel when I make it. And we looked up all kinds of things, and of course they're all taken. So we found one that was like, okay, all right, we'll use this name. But while I was thinking, I said, I want to have a message to people. I want them to know that all of these are made with loving intentions. And then I went, loving intentions. and that's where it came from.
It was born. Absolutely. Absolutely. One of the things that you just mentioned then, it was the whole purpose really of how Rebels Compass got started, because we're all on a journey. We're all on a journey, and we never know where that journey is going to take us. And very often people can look, I just want to find my purpose. I just want to find my purpose, and I just want to find my purpose. But sometimes the purpose is the journey. It's not the destination. And when you're open, like you have been, to create something and then find the passion in what you create, that's the purpose. When we can find that love and that passion within us, to all I think about, I wake up and I see something, and that's all I think about. When I do this is all I think about. And this is where I want to grow. I want to expand. I want to be able to create more, because it fills me up. And in filling me up, I can share that with others, and then there's a return in that. And that's how Rebels Compass got started, to be able to share our journey, to share our story, and to know you're not just identified by one thing that you did as a job, you know, and that you are so much more than that. And thank you for saying that Brenda and I were instrumental in you doing this. It wasn't necessary, but when you see the potential in someone that they don't see in themselves, that is where the magic happens. And I had someone do that for me many, many years ago when I very first started doing doTERRA. And I had someone see my potential that I didn't see in myself. And in the process of that has led me to doing the coaching that I absolutely love doing, that fills me with the utmost passion, because when you see that switch in somebody, it lights you up, because you know that that person is just lit up inside and is going to go do something else. So for you to step into your passion with loving intention and do what you are doing with these amazing Orgonite pyramids, and I know they're going to evolve and grow into whatever they're going to be, because in the process of you doing it, you are evolving and growing all of the time. So in turn, that energy is then expanded and put out there, so it can only grow. As you grow, the energy grows. And I can't wait to have you back on, Jackie, to see what your next creations are, and to be able to share them with other people, because when we raise each other up, we raise everything up. And I absolutely love that. And like I said, I can't wait to get these out and to show them to more people. So should somebody want to go and have a look at what you have, or message you and say, hey, Jackie, I'd really like you to create one for me, what is the name of your website?
The website is lovingintentions.ca.
Yeah.
So you can send me a message to that, or just Jackie, Jackie, at lovingintentions.ca.
Okay. So that's the best way for people to contact you and go and look at what you already have on your gallery.
Yeah, we could figure something out.
Yeah, and you know what? That gallery is going to keep building. It's going to keep building. It's going to keep building. That gallery is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger with all of the things that you are creating.
That's just wild. Like I can't. I can. Yes, I can. Wow, the words.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. And we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Jackie, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on Rebels Compass. Thank you for sharing and telling us about your loving intentions and the energy and the ritual you go through to create something that is an open channel, and allowing it to just create itself sometimes in the process. And for anybody out there looking for Orgonite, or maybe you've never heard of Orgonite until today, go and check out Jackie's website and go and have a look at the gallery. And I highly recommend purchasing one of these pyramids and having your own energy intentions in your own home to be able to balance out what we call lower or negative energies, to be able to up level your frequency, up level your thought process. Because when you have one of these around and you place your hand on it and you remind yourself of your intention, that is amplified and goes out there. So these are our future. These are the way we're going to use tools to be able to keep manifesting what it is that we do want, and not recreating what we don't want. So again, Jackie, I want to thank you immensely for joining me on Rebels Compass. Like I said, I can't wait to have you on again. And I'll post the website below so that you have the link there to be able to go into Loving Intentions and check it out. So for now, everybody, I want to thank you for joining me. Please share this video. You never know who needs to hear what was said here today, and maybe they're looking for something that's going to help them amplify and balance their energy. So I appreciate you sharing these videos, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Bye for now.
Bye. Thanks.